Hi Flosstube. Thank you for tuning into my channel. Olivia B here. Haven't made a video in a few months. Just so much stuff going on with my new job and everything that I mentioned in my last video, but more about that later. I I am happy to be back to make a new video because it's hard when you don't have anyone to talk to excitedly about your stitching. So I'm glad to have you guys to talk to. Thanks for watching. It is a Monday night here in California, and my boyfriend is out of town for 2 days, so I have the house to myself, and I can finally make a video because I can't really invoke Oprah when I know there's someone else around. I've been working all day, so if I'm looking a little more haggard than usual, that is why. I'm not apologizing for that. I'm just letting you know. If there's dark bags, don't worry, I'm not ill. I just, a little worn out. Yeah, I'm excited to be here. So, I've got my brew, 21st Amendment Brewery from right here in San Leandro, California. The cat is taking a sun nap. The dog is taking a sun nap. 2 different rooms, of course. And I want to get right into stitching. Before that, though, I do want to say, in editing for this video, try something new. And in between different segments, I'm going to put up a title screen. So if there are certain parts of the video you're not interested in, you can easily fast forward to another segment. So if you don't care what I'm reading, fast forward past books, no big deal. If you don't like haul, you can fast forward past that. If you, I don't know, don't really care to know about what's going on in my life, I'm okay with that. Just fast forward, I won't know. So I'll see if that helps. I'm actually doing that for selfish reasons because then I can talk about whatever I want and not worry that I'm wasting your time because you can just fast forward or, go to another video. So let's get right into stitching. I have some FFOs, as in finally framed objects. A couple weekends ago, well no, not this last weekend, the weekend before, I finally made some time and got 2 pieces framed. I have more that need framing, but 2 to start with. What do you call it? The micro stitch. The micro stitch that Letitia, hi Letitia, the crafty curator recommended to all of us. I got that on Amazon with a gift card and it's awesome. It really helped with the framing. As usual, I messed up with my framing, not getting the fabric on in the exact right position, and had to undo all of it. And I had a bunch of those little micro stitches in, and it wasn't too hard to take them all out. Definitely easier than all the pins. And yeah, I really like that thing. That's helped a lot. Got me motivated, and I'm ready to do even more framing. So 2 pieces I framed. Here's the first one. This is Moonlight by Filigram. Stitching Joanne says you have to put it in your forehead, I think. So here we go. Oh yeah, that's pretty. So that's that one. I like this frame. It's pretty. I would have liked something a little more colorful, but I needed a 9x12, which Hobby Lobby actually has. They just, they have a limited amount, but it's a pretty frame. But if I want to, change it out later, I can. I think it would look nice with something red. Or the aqua one that's the model is framed in, and which McKenna framed hers in. So that's that one. And then I framed Away We Ride. It's like a black wooden frame. And they're both lovely. I'm very happy about it. So that's my FFOs. I had a couple finishes. This first one's small. It doesn't really feel like a finish because I need to FFO it, but it's the bookmark. I stitched this with using the Box of Delights. I just picked 4 of them, and that's by Blackwork Journey, Elizabeth Allman. I stitched them in Jester from Fiberlicious. It's a cotton, and the border was I think 550 from DMC. It's on a 32 count opalescent linen, and I need to finish that. I got some purple felt to back it with. I just need to do that. And I finished Harvest Delivery by Plum Street Samplers. Or the horse from Tangled, as Jimmy Flosstube calls it. I think he's so cute, my snooty little horse. He's so proud. I didn't do the There's like a sign hanging with a year in it. I think the year the Pony Express started. I didn't add that. But yeah, loved the colors. It's a cute stitch. Probably would have finished it a lot earlier, except I don't like big solid blocks of color, and that horse kind of put him off to the end, which I shouldn't have done. But yeah, I want to do spring delivery sometime soon, hopefully. So those are my finishes. And then I have two existing whips. One is the Big Red Ship of Life by Ink Circles. There's the pattern. You've seen it many times, I'm sure. I'm stitching mine on 32 count cream linen from Charles Craft. Here's a picture of where it was the last time you saw it. And here's where I'm at now. I went across left to right for the top border, and then when I finished it, I decided to go right to left. So I've stitched, or I'm on page 2 now, but I've stitched pages 4 and 3 in their entirety, and I'm just about done with page 3, but I have to do the sail, which I'm going to do in a yellow, like a goldish color. I just haven't decided on which one yet. And as you can see, I did the wave in blue. So the only blue in this will be the top wave and the bottom wave, and then the yellow will be in the sails. I stole that idea off of Tracy Horner's mother. She stitched that way. If you do like a Google image search for Big Red Ship of Life by Ink Circles, you'll see it. And I think it looks real pretty. I love watching all the different variations people come up with. Mine's a little boring in comparison, but I'm really happy with it. Hold on, let me show you how much fabric is left. Oh, see, I'm wearing pants, Emily. But look at them. They're PJ pants, so they don't really count. Oh! See, it's a big one. It's going to take my whole life. But it's called Big Red Ship of Life, so it fits. No, it feels like I've stitched way more when it's in the case now. But that's okay. I know this one's going to take a long time, and I'm okay with that. It still feels doable. So that's Big Red Ship of Life. And then my other whip is also Ink Circles. I'm an Ink Circles kick. Okay, next I have Tapestry by Ink Circles. This was Nashville 2016 release, the one that I fell in love with from that Nashville and had to stitch. And I really do love it. I mean, the colors are beautiful. I'm sure I've said that a million times. And so I've been stitching that. Here's a picture of where it was last time you saw it. And here it is now. I worked this as a mandala in the center, and then once it was too big to fit in the 11 by 11 key snap, I started going page by page. I think last time I showed it, I had finished page 1. Since then I've finished page 2 and 3, and just last night I finished page 6. It's just a partial page there in the bottom corner. And I've also put in some work on page 5. A lot of 5 was done already. 4 is still, I've got like 3/4 of page 4. Annette from Annette Acres is almost done with this. I'm sure by the time she makes the video, she'll have it finished. I'm trying to get her to stitch page 4 for me. She's a little reluctant, but I'll see what I can do. No, but it's fun. If you like color changes, this has a lot of color changes. I like color changes. Keeps me from getting bored. But sometimes, it can be. Sometimes you're like, oh, God, I don't want to change again. But mostly I enjoy it. Again, I love the colors, so that really makes the piece enjoyable. But it can get repetitive just because you have the same motifs over and over again. For example, I should have looked this up before I made the video, but like this flower is in here so many times. You might not be able to recognize it, but it's in here like 20-something times. My favorite motif or favorite flower is this corner one here. I just like the way the colors go together. But yeah, I just really want this finished, not because I want it to be done, but because I really want this on my wall. I feel just like this to me is like a wow piece, just the way the colors, the way she designed it, just so impressive. So yeah, but I do, like I said, it can get a little repetitive, so I try to take breaks in between pages. I think what I'll try to do is finish page 5, and then I'll probably take a break on it again before finishing page 4, which will take a while. But I'm more than 75% done with it, I'd say. So yeah, that's Tapestry. So I've been working a lot on Tapestry and Big Red Ship of Life, but I do have a new start. I started Queen Elizabeth, the blackwork piece from Mary Hickmott that I showed you in the last video. Here she is in all her glory. And let me show you. I'm working on the bottom part, so it's all within the Q-snap, so I've kept it in the Q-snap. There we go. I'm using, for the dress, I'm using a variegated red. It's an old Needle Necessities red. I don't remember the name offhand. I'll show it next time. And yeah, so I've done the black outlining on the bottom half. I think there's a little bit on the side here that I still need to do. And then been going through and doing the black work here. It's taking longer than I thought it would, which is fine. For some reason, I thought it would go quicker. But I kind of forgot that while this is a repetitive pattern, it's not really repetitive. I have to pay very close attention to the pattern because it's broken up by these little gold things and, you know, by the flow of the dress. So that's a little more challenging, but that's okay with me. I think it's going to be worth it in the end. So yeah, I'll do the fill-in on her dress. I will do with the reds. Now I'm trying to enter the gold because I'm wondering if maybe that'll help me instead of having to leave a bunch of blank spaces. Anyway, so that's my new start, and those are my 3 current whips. I don't know about you guys, but when I watch Stitch Mania, it's like every year in June I'm ready to start a bunch of things because I've spent May watching everyone else start things. But I just don't have that much time, so I'm going to hold off for now. But who knows? You never know. So those are my whips. And it's a new day because my work weeks are crazy now. But that's okay. It's just later in the video for you, right? Probably looking even more haggard now. It's Tuesday, but that's okay. Whatevs. Yeah, it's just a little, you know, a little crazy. Like a pattern in my collection says, no bees, no honey, no work, no money. I just want to add no money, no ho! It's good to be back. I am such a dork. I know. But you know what? I'm okay with that. Yeah, so I have a haul. That's awesome. I'm gonna take you back to February. End of February, I got to go meet up with some of my local pals at Needle in the Haystack, our LNS, and do a little bit of shopping. And I shot a little bit of vlog footage. You want to say hi? Did you have a kiss your dog tag? Sorry, dog exploitation on Flosstube. So I got to film a little bit of vlog footage. Again, this is the end of February. I meant to edit together and put it up then, but it was the day we met up. I think it was 2 days before I started my new job, and it just all got kind of lost in the craziness. But I still wanted to show it to you guys so you guys could see Needle in the Haystack and see what we do there. So I'm going to insert that right here. Hey guys, I just showed up at Needle in a Haystack for a little stitching meetup, and I thought I would give vlogging a shot just to see if I can do it. I don't know, it seems like it's gonna be awkward, but I'm gonna try. I'll film some stuff and edit it together and see what we come up with. So I think I see Michelle showing up, so let's give this a shot. So that right there is a Needle in a Haystack. See, it's kind of like in this office building thing, park. But there it is. And they just opened, so I'm excited. So here's the entryway of Needle in a Haystack. Look at all these beautiful threads. Kind of just want to like lean against that wall and just kind of soak it all up. So
yes, as of this morning, it is back up and running.
There's Becky, Obsessed Stitcher. And that's her friend Terry. And there's Maddie from Instagram.
Yeah.
And Michelle, you know her from Instagram. Hi Kathy, is it okay that I'm filming in here? This is Kathy, the owner. Hello. Vlogging. And this is her beautiful shop, and we are big fans. Maddie found the $10 bin.
I did.
And she wants
people. I got here first.
When she's not looking, I'll just take this. And I found Thriller from you know, you've seen Cozy Egg, and Michelle and Emily have that one. So we're just chatting about Nashville. Tried to get in on it by being assistant to the shop owner, but she's not buying it. So I push her around a cart. She said that slow us down, so I'm not doing that. I need to find fabric for my Courtney collection. The one that Danielle is starting too. I'm doing this in the called for threads in the red and black. And I'd like to find a nice fabric for it, 40 count. So that's what I'm gonna work on. And these ladies are going through the pattern bins, which live over there. Oops, I don't know her. Okay. Okay, I've got my options. I've got Weeks Dye Works here. Lakeside Linens. And Zweigart. All 40 count. This is soft. Bustle. More stiff. I don't know what I want. Okay, stay tuned. Annette from Annette Acres here. She has joined us. We're very excited. And her husband's back there, the guitar player. I don't think he can hear us. Maddie's still looking for patterns. I went with the Weeks Dye Works in Angel Hair. That's what I'm going to do my pattern on. And then just because I want to try this out, I got 40 count even weave from Zweigart, the Verdal. They only do it in white. And I might try to coffee dye it from Primitive Stitcher's tutorial. So we'll see. It's a lot of this. It's a lot of things I want. I wanted to show you guys the Blue Bride that they have hanging up here. The story is the marriage didn't work out, so they donated that. There's another bride. And there's one of the queens. Oh, I think Vonna has that one. She's gonna make it for her family. Could be wrong. I don't know. These are really cute though. Patterns. I don't know, Maddie. I think you have enough.
You can never have enough patterns.
Okay, it's my second time filming this. This is Weeks Dye Works Savannah. This is the 40 count and this is the 35 count. And they look very different. I'm going to get this one just for the heck of it, even though it's not stitching from stash because I love it. And Maddie is going to get, I think, the 35 to do Moonlit Garden from Blackbird Designs, which Michelle is lending to her. You can find Michelle on Instagram, and you should be able to find her finish of it there.
It's on there.
All right. So yeah, I got those fabrics. I am doing Stitch from Stash, but I had a gift certificate to my LNS that my parents had given me for Christmas. And at first I was going to be super goody two-shoes and say that I was just going to use my gift certificate but still count it towards my Stitch from Stash, but I didn't. They wanted me to have fun with it, so I did and enjoyed it. I got the 3 pieces of fabric. I fell in love with that Weeks Dye Works 40 count now it's been a while, but is it Havana? Anyway, I didn't realize until just recently that it was the same fabric that gave Emily C such a hard time. So we'll have to see how that goes, but the color is beautiful. I can almost frame it just the way it is. So that was the first bit of haul. And then a couple months later, is it March, April, somewhere around there, I went with Maddie and I went back to Needle in a Haystack and did some shopping. So I'm still in the black from Stitch from Stash. Don't you worry. But I had saved up my budget. When I decided to do Stitch from Stash, I decided that aside from, say, buying something like secondhand, like eBay or something like that, I would buy anything new I bought, I would buy from my LNS, since I want to support them, and I'm spending a lot less money so far this year. So I was just kept saving up my budget till I go there. So the reason Maddie and I went was because they were having their 19th anniversary sale, and they had 19% off of everything in the store. And then you also could choose a little Easter egg out of a basket when you're checking out, and that would have, if you bought stuff in store. Online it was 19%. If you went in the store, you chose an egg, and within that egg would be a coupon for either 20, 25, or 30% off. And Maddie and I each pulled 30% off, which was awesome. And on top of that, she wanted to clean out some of her older charts, so anything released before 2016, I believe. I think that's what it was 25% off any of the charts. So I bought this one, Prairie Moon, the house that Jack built too. I just think it's super cute. I love Halloween. And I think this would actually look really good in the Havana, but yeah, so I really like that chart. And then one that I've been eyeing for so long, ever since Ginger Gerald Stitcher came on the scene, is Crowns of the Kingdom. I love British royal history, or I do, in case I haven't mentioned it. So I always thought this one was cool, but for some reason it just never clicked in my head to put it on a different fabric. And this didn't really dazzle me, and then when I saw his, I was like, oh yeah, I want that. But I wanted to do it on purple for the royal color. So I got the chart, and then I also got fabric, which I'm doing it on a 36 count linen in royal purple from Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. Yeah, it's real purple. I've never stitched on purple before. This is the most purple thing I own, and it's beautiful. Love it. I don't know how good you can see it, but see it on Instagram. And I bought the Petite Treasure braid that they had for it. Since it was getting 30% off, I thought I should probably get as much of it as I could then, so I was going to buy it anyway. So they didn't have the copper colored one. So yeah, so that was awesome. I'm glad I got that stuff, especially because it was on sale, and I had the budget to do it, but it does feel a little bit like cheating because it's not stitching from Stash. My reason for doing Stitch from Stash is because I want to chill and buy more projects, and then I went and got another one. But I'm still really excited. And then I had some more budget left, so I let myself buy 3 threads that I thought were pretty because they were on sale too. I got 2 Gentle Arts, Lagoon, and Cinders. I don't know how well you can see there. And then 1 Silken Colors from Thread Gather, Old Western Sun. So pretty. So that was my haul from that trip, and it was a blast. And then somewhere in the meantime, since I last saw you, don't get your drool on my fat. Why are you looking up? Oh no, you didn't. You just tried to grab that thread. Oh my god. You don't know who I'm talking to. You think I'm crazy. Anyways, just mischief. Somewhere in between, I got some more new stitches off of eBay. Someone was selling a bunch of theirs for $3 a piece. Of course, I wanted to buy them all, but I was good. I stayed in budget. But I do have all of Henry's Wives now. I don't have Mary Queen of Scots, but maybe one day. I don't have time right now anyway. And like I said, Queen Elizabeth is going to take me a while. But yeah, I love those magazines. Honestly, I was thinking about it and I was looking at these and I was like, I don't really care if I stitch anything out of them. I like these just as magazines, like my National Geographic or something. Or a Playboy. No, I'm just kidding. Just read the articles. Okay, so that was it for Stitchy Stash. But I had one more piece of stash I wanted to show you. He's just like Troublemaker. There he is. Dusty. Don't take anything. Don't lick anything. Anyway, so I love going to state sales. They're like state sales are to me what thrift stores are to McKenna. And I always love looking at this stuff. And I love when they have old pictures. I think that's one of them. I knew from the start I'd be friends with Emily C. because when I saw those pictures hanging in her house, I love looking at that stuff at estate sales. And I don't usually buy it, but I saw this one. For some reason, I needed it. I got it for like free because no one wanted it. I had to have it because like as soon as I saw it, like, it's my stitchy friends. When people ask me about my stitching friends, I can show them this picture and be like, that's us. These are my ladies. No, I just thought it was, I don't know, yeah, stitchy friends. I think it's cute. Look at them. That's me right there, smiling, and that's the rest of you because I just farted. Yeah, so I went there on like a Friday. It was like just a few houses up the block, and the house was like in disrepair. I think someone passed away, and it had not been taken care of in a long time, and it had a lot of junk. And I saw this old German sign that I wanted, that I thought was cool and I wanted, but they wanted like 20 bucks for it, and I was like, I'm not gonna pay that much. No one else is gonna buy it. I'll come back on Sunday when you're trying to get rid of everything. So I got the sign for $10, and I was like, can you throw this in? And they did. So, so now I have my stitchy friends with me. Aren't they pretty? Dusty and I would like to talk about the Awesome Tag. The Awesome Tag was created by Jessie Marie, who we all know and love. And as soon as she came up with this tag and shared it with our video, I was so excited because it was exactly what we needed. I just love the positive idea behind it. And I always enjoy hearing stitchers say nice things about other stitchers. I'm sure you do too. And so very grateful to Jessie Marie for that tag. And for her videos. She puts a lot of thought and time into them, and I really appreciate them, and I always enjoy when one pops up. I love long organized videos like that. They're very enjoyable. So I was chilling with my cat, as I'm known to do, doing a little stitching and watching my girl Stephanie on Lindy Stitches. And she had been tagged by someone as awesome, of course. And she tagged 2 people, as you do. And on the next video, she came back and she tagged 2 more people. And wouldn't you know that she tagged me? I was beside myself and very appreciative because I have a lot of respect for her, and I always enjoy her videos, and she always makes me laugh. And what can I say? I get lost in those blue eyes, those ginger curls. She's my girl. She's a geek like me. She makes lovely patterns. She's very creative, very talented woman, and I really appreciated it, Stephanie. It really made my day. I'm not someone who overflows with confidence, so being tagged is awesome. It really went to my head. No, but I really appreciate it. It was awesome. And then I was watching my girl Kelly, the Evergreen Needle, and she tagged me, and I can't even thank you enough. It was so sweet. And like I told her, I was verklempt. I really appreciate the nice things you said, Kelly and Stephanie. Kelly has been like my cheerleader from the beginning, since I first started making videos. I've been watching her since the beginning when she first started making videos. Oh my god, he just like, no respect for these Flosstube videos, I'm telling you. Do not do the licking sound. I can't handle the licking sound. Clean enough, you got a bath. Since the beginning, she was one of the first people who I commented on her videos. She commented on mine, and I've always loved Kelly and loved her videos and loved her on Instagram, and she's always the one who's always got nice things to say to everyone. Really, I see her. She's a cheerleader for so many people. And we all love her and her beautiful projects. So thank you, Kelly, so much. But like Kelly said, this is actually pretty daunting because I'm not just, talking here. Like, for real, I have a lot of Flosstubers who I very, very much enjoy. I've been watching Flosstube for, what is it, a couple years now, actually. And I watch it on a daily basis. Now, unfortunately, I don't get to watch as much as I used to when I work from home. But I still watch it every day. It's like my unwinding. And it is like watching Friends. So I have a lot of people that I love to watch, and this took me a while to try to narrow it down to 2 for this video. But I'm gonna go ahead and do it and tag some awesomeness. So, the first person I wanted to tag, this almost is like like an obvious one. She may be tagged already and I haven't gotten to those videos yet. I don't know. But I want to tag my girl, Emily C. Emily is just a wonderful person. She is also a creative person and a sweet person, and she's just a bunch of wonderful, awesome things. That's why we all watch her. I swear every other video someone mentions Emily C. And she's like someone we all have in common. You know, she just invites us into her home on a regular basis. She's really good at vlogging. She shares her hilarious husband with us and her adorable cats. She shares her heartbreaks with us and her happy times with us. And really, you know, outside of her videos, she's just as a nice, genuine person. And I mean, look at the work she does with children and all of it. I think the world of Emily, and her and Kelly were like 2 of the first people that I felt like were my stitchy friends in the Flosstube community. And it just seemed fitting that if I'm tagged by Kelly, I'm tagging Emily. I love both of those girls. Emily makes me wish I was a Southerner, which is really crazy because I do not think I could handle that humidity, like all that sweating. I'm not a good sweater. But, you know, she just, that kind of grace and that awesome accent and her really nice way of, you know, saying things to people. I don't know. Where am I going with this? Anyway, Emily, you are officially tagged. It's a blessing and a burden because now you have to determine who you're going to tag. But I am just so happy that I've gotten to know you while doing this. And, you know, I love your little family, and I love me some Jimmy Flosstube, and and some Buster and some Dharma and all of them. So, Emily C. Second person I'd like to tag is Rebecca from Hedgerow Stitching. Rebecca is another person I have enjoyed for a long time and has always been so supportive to me as well. And she lives in a beautiful area. She lives in an old house and it's being worked on. And months ago, she might not even remember anymore, but she will have to remember eventually because I proposed that I would move in with her when I retired, and I think that's gonna happen. So I've got like 30 years, about, give or take, but I'm gonna move out to England, and I'm gonna live amongst the hedgerows, and we're gonna stitch together, and hopefully your family likes me because I would not want her to have to kick them out of the house. I feel like that would be unsavory. But so, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. But no, besides living in a nice, beautiful place that like I dream of, I picture myself on like a cliffside looking over the ocean, and my like dress is billowing behind me. But I don't really wear dresses, but that's how I see it. Anyway, that is not involved here. Rebecca is a lovely person. She also has wonderful projects that I love. Actually, both her and Emily are doing Mermaid's Folly. That's just a coincidence. But she has, yeah, I've always loved her projects. I love her stitching. I just love her. I think she's great. Very sweet lady. gracious and kind, and her son has been helping her with her videos lately, which is really cute. They like 2 videos. Go, Dusty, please. I think it was number 19. I just watched it recently. Her kids are helping her with the video, and they're all giggling, and it's so cute. Lots of fun. And if you're not watching already, I highly recommend her videos. So Rebecca, when you see this, you too are tagged. Awesome. And you are going to have to find 2 people. Rule it down to 2 people. So again, Jessie Marie, thank you so much for creating this tag. Stephanie and Kelly, thank you so much for tagging me with it. I tag you all. I know that's like, but still I do. All of you that take time to make Flosstube videos, all of you that watch them and comment on them, or maybe just quietly appreciate them, really means the world to me. And so thank you. Thank you all so much. Oh my gosh. Thank goodness for editing. Okay, let's talk books. I have gotten probably even more reading done, I'd say, since my new job. Less stitching, but more reading because I can listen to audiobooks on my way to and from work in the commute. I check out CDs from the library. Pretty cool. I read during my lunch break, but I only kind of get a few pages at a time because I just read while I'm eating my lunch. And then I go back to work. I don't like sit leisurely. But so, it's been a few months, so I have quite a few books. So I'll try to go through them pretty quickly. So, last book I was reading was Persuasion. Talked about that in my last video. After that, I read this book called Of Bees and Mist by Eric Setiawan. It's kind of a random book. I found this at a library book sale, and the spine was bright and colorful, and it caught my eye, and it sounded interesting, like some different than what I usually read. It's a lot of magical realism. Yeah, a lot of magical realism. The main character follows her kind of her relationship with her parents, and her parents' relationship with each other. And then she meets a boy and gets married and lives with his family, and she has kind of a rough relationship with her mother-in-law. But this is all like magical realism, and I had to get used to that because I like magical realism, but in the past I've only read it in small doses. It's thick with it. But I liked it. It was a good book. Then I read The #1 Ladies Detective Agency. These were popular years ago, by Alexander McCall Smith. I kind of liked it. I liked the main character. I liked her descriptions of Botswana. She really loves her country, and the way she describes it sounds beautiful, and I enjoyed those parts of it. These are mystery books. It's a long series. This really just kind of sets the scene, I think. So there wasn't just one mystery. It was like some small vignettes, and I wasn't that into it. Didn't really feel like continuing with the series, but it was all right. Next I read North and South by Elizabeth Gaskell. This takes place in the 1800s in England, and it is about a young lady who moves from the beautiful country in the south up to a industrial town, manufacturing town in the north. Her father is a clergyman, and he has a disagreement with the church. I'm not completely clear on what happened there, but he leaves the church, and so they have to leave their home, and he's going to make money, tutor men in kind of literature and stuff, these manufacturing men. Those that have money can pay him and kind of get some of the book learning that they don't have. And so they move up north to this manufacturing town that's complete opposite to what she's used to. There's a bit of a romance story there that's it's kind of like a Jane Austen romance, but this book is much heavier than a Jane Austen book on more like It talks a lot about the strike, about workers' rights, about kind of the conflicting values of the men who run these mills and or factories and the people that work at them. Look at poverty, that kind of thing. It's really good. There is a mini series, North and South, and when I first saw it, I didn't know about the book. Normally, if I see a mini series like that, I will try to read the book first because I like to imagine all the characters and the scenery in my head and then watch the movie. You know how it is. But anyway, so I went into this already seeing the miniseries. Kind of wish I hadn't, but I love the miniseries. If you can hear crying, that's my cat. I apologize. He's fine. He's just kind of bratty. And yeah, it's a good book. Enjoyed it. Kind of a chunker, but I like chunkers. But yeah, good book. Okay. Excuse me. Next have the Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Pie Society by Mary Ann Schaefer and Annie Barrows. I listened to this one on audiobook. They had it on CD in my library, and I have a CD player in my car. No, don't be jealous. And this is a story written all in letters, and it takes place after World War II, and it's about an island and of people that were occupied during World War II. A woman who lives in London and is a writer, she is kind of getting their story through letters from the people that she's kind of fate has put her together with. And she's getting the story of what happened on that island during World War II. It's sweet, it's touching, it's sad as well. It talks about the Holocaust, and there's a lot in this book, and I liked it. I also thought the narration was done very well. There was several different narrators because it's all, through letters, so it's different voices. I enjoyed this. Then on my lunch breaks, I was reading How the Garcia Girls Lost Their Accents by Julia Alvarez. I thought this was a very pretty book. It tells the story of the Garcia girls, 4 sisters, and their family moving from, the Dominican Republic. They moved to America. It tells their story backwards. So you go, when they're older and they're adults, back to their childhood. Excuse me. So, yes. How the Garcia Girls. This book is made up of little vignettes. You get kind of different viewpoints of the different sisters. And I thought it was beautifully written, and I enjoyed it. I recently finished this one on audiobook from my library as well, The Invention of Wings by Sue Monk Kidd. This takes place on a plantation in Charleston, I believe it was, yeah. The Grimke Plantation, and they have slaves. And the story is told from 2 viewpoints, that of Sarah Grimke, who is a daughter of the plantation owners, and Handful, who is a slave on the plantation. When Sarah turns 11 years old, Handful is given to her as her personal slave. Sarah does not believe in slavery, and that's really all I'm going to tell you. But you follow their stories as they grow up. Sarah Grimke is a real person. She was a very, very famous abolitionist, but you really don't hear about her anymore. I liked this story, and I thought the audiobook was done really well. There were 2 different narrators. I thought they did a great job. It's not easy to listen to, but it was I thought it was a really good book. I just started on audiobook now. I started The Paris Wife. Oh, my cat is crying again. I'm sorry if you can hear that. It's by Paula McLean. This is a fictional story, but it's told from the point of view of Ernest Hemingway's wife, I believe, or girlfriend. I just started it, so I'm listening to that. My evening reading is Tudors by Peter Ackroyd. This is the 2nd in the History of England series that I'm reading. I spoke about the first one, I think, in my last video. This follows Henry VIII through to Elizabeth I. It's really good. I finished Henry, just finished Edward, now I'm on Mary. Oh, and Jane Grey, of course. It I Most of what I know about Henry VIII is about his six wives. This talks a little bit about his six wives, but mostly it covers the church and the Reformation. Very interesting stuff. Practically unbelievable. It's so crazy. So yeah, I'm enjoying that. And at work, I'm reading Trevor Noah, Born a Crime. My friend lent me this book. I love it. He is the new host of The Daily Show. I kind of don't think they should have kept going with Daily Show after Jon Stewart left. Not that he's not doing a good job. I don't watch it, but this book is great. He was born in South Africa, grew up in South Africa. He's from South Africa, grew up there. His mother was black. His father was white. This was during apartheid, so it was literally illegal for him to be born. But his mother raised him in South Africa anyway, and she is an amazing woman. He had a very interesting childhood. He has a sense of humor about it. He's a comedian. It just is really good. I'm really enjoying this. I get to read a little bit every day at work. I recommend this. And that's it for books. So thank you, fellow book nerds, for listening. Thank you so much to those of you that added me on Goodreads after my last video. My settings were off and I had it like set private, and so you couldn't add me even if you were nice enough to try, and then people let me know and I changed it, and I just really appreciate everyone that added me as Goodreads friends. Yay, friends! And it's great to see what you guys are reading and what you guys think of books, and I've been enjoying that, so thank you so much. And it's Saturday, and this is not a vlog. It's just one video patched together from a few pieces. If you're still with me, thank you. Last segment here, this is just life update. It's a Saturday evening. I went to a baseball game today. I went to the A's game, A's Red Sox, which is pretty impressive because I'm not a very sporty person. What's not impressive is I left in the fifth inning. It's a really hot, really sunny, and we had seats in the sun, and yeah. But hey, I did it. I just got done watching Heather from Springfield Stitcher, and another great video, Heather. Thank you. I love your haul. Also love your projects that when you're doing the seasons, you know what I'm talking about. I freaking love that. Anyway, I wanted to just do this real quick, and I've been editing my video, so I should be able to just add it on at the end. So I started my new job. Thank you so much for all the well wishes. That really meant a lot to me. It was not an easy transition for me. I was really nervous the day before, my first day, of course, and I did it anyway. And I went my first day, and I figured, oh, it'll just be like filling out HR paperwork and stuff, and you know, maybe you meet a few people, no big deal. That was not it. They were ready for me. They did not have an office manager before, so the HR person was kind of filling in, and then an IT person in Massachusetts was doing some of it, and everyone was just very excited to have me in that role. And they were ready to give me all of the duties that they had spent the last few weeks, you know, deciding they would give me. So they gave me a lot of information at once. And that combined with like the sensory overload of working from home for 5 years and then going into an office in downtown Oakland, and the nerves, the anxiety. I was so anxious all day. All I could think was, I'm going home and I'm quitting tonight. I'm quitting my job and I'm going to beg my old boss for my job back. But I didn't do that. I did what I always do, and that is Google. I Googled and found some helpful articles about, you know, the anxiety of starting a new job. And they said, whatever you do, do not quit on the first day. So I did not quit on the first day. I told myself that if I was going to quit, I was going to do it in 2 months. And now I've been there 2.5 months, and I love the job. It was a rough first day. It was a rough first week. It was a rough adjustment. But the people are awesome. They are so nice. And I'm good at my job. Not bragging. I'm just, you know, I'm good at my job, you know, and I take a lot of pride in my work. So if I'm able to be good at my job, that helps. And yeah, during the tough times, when I didn't believe in myself at the beginning, I'm not gonna lie, that awesome tag really helped me. That was really nice. It was like there's people out there that think I'm awesome. So maybe, you know, I don't know, it just helped. I think that sometimes we have these big groups like Stitch Mania and stuff, which I love. I love Stitch Mania, but every once in a while, someone will make some negative comment about Flosstube or about people having too much stash or whatever their little thing is that they want to gripe about, and a bunch of people comment, and next thing you know, everyone's talking about it, and it just shows that sometimes the negative people or people who say negative things get a lot of attention. And I just want to say for the record that saying nice things about other people, it makes a difference. You might not get as much attention as if you said something negative, but it really matters to people out there. It does not hurt, does not cost you anything to say something nice about someone else or to someone else. But I don't know that some people realize how much harm they're doing when they say negative things. And I realize there's always going to be people out there saying negative things. They're fighting their own battles. I don't hold that against them. It annoys me, if anything, just because I'm like, hey, I just want to look a pretty cross stitch. But I'm not talking to the people out there that make the negative comments. I'm talking to you that make the positive comments. People like Pemberley on Stitch Mania, who says the nicest things to people about their whips, for no other reason that I can think of than to be a nice person and to be really encouraging to others, strangers, she doesn't get anything out of it other than the pleasure of knowing that she said something nice to someone, and that person gets a lot out of it. So I'm babbling here. I'm on my soapbox. I just want those of you who make the effort to say nice things about other people, I just want you to know that that's important, and that you don't always realize what you're doing for that person. So, moving on. My job is great. I try to stitch in the evenings to relax. I do get really tense. It's a very active job, which I like, but at the end of the night, I'm just worn out. I try to stitch, but usually it's a lot of my time is spent with the boyfriend, the animals, and the whatever other chores I have to get done, and all the things that come before stitching. But it doesn't matter. I'm still so happy to have it there, and I watch my Flosstube every night, just to remind myself of this awesome hobby I have that has nothing to do with work. It's not all about work. So yeah, I just babbled on a little too long, longer than I meant to. But those of you that take the time to watch this video, especially those of you who stick around to watch the stuff that has nothing to do with stitching, that's just me babbling on, thank you so much. Really means a lot to me. I really love being a part of this community, and I hope you're all doing well. And if there's anything that I can ever do to help you challenge yourself, or if you have anxiety and there's maybe something that you want to do, like working outside of the home, or go on some trip, or something that you're scared of, and you ever need any advice, or not advice, oh God, I'm probably not very good at advice, but you ever need someone to talk to that's been in the same boat, please feel free to message me. Anyway, I hope you are all doing wonderfully, and I will continue to watch your videos and admire stitching on Instagram and Facebook, and I will talk to you into the next one. Bye.